It'll be Bob's turn to go first, but what I'm going to offer both of you right now is a chance to wager points. Bob, you have 5. Wade, you have 4. You can wager as many as you want. It's all or nothing, but you do not know what you're going to be doing, obviously, as the rest of the game goes. So you don't know whether you're going to be for or against something. It's just purely an opportunity to wager if you would like.
I wager all of my points. I either win or I lose.
Okay, Bob's wagering all of his points.
I wager none, so I either win or I lose.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah, sure. All right.
Plus, Mark's super biased in my favor.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. All right, Bob, you are going to be against. All right. Interesting.
Come on, Ocean. Give me Ocean.
You are against polygamy.
What is polygamy, specifically? Because I don't want to operate on false information.
Okay, let's get the actual definition. Polygamy, the practice or custom of having one or more wife or husband at the same time. In zoology, it's a pattern of mating in which an animal has more than one mate. In botany, it's the condition of bearing some flowers with stamens only, some with pistils only, and some with both. And go.
The notion of being tied to someone for the rest of your life is antiquated in and of itself. The idea that you have to take multiple husbands or wives and able to have a satisfying life or to be satisfied as a person in whatever ways that you're looking for, I feel like is equally antiquated. I am not against having multiple partners for fun and or social interactions or whatever intimate things you might be into in your personal life. But specifically, I do not think it's necessary to wed multiple people. I don't necessarily think it's necessary to wed anyone at all. I think adult humans are able to make commitments to each other in meaningful and lasting ways. And I think if we want to be a modern society, progressing beyond the idea of defining something in such a narrow and specific way and moving towards more freedom and more personal whatever. Look, I already said the good stuff earlier.
I don't know exactly where that last thought was going because where it drifted off could have been ambiguously judged against your argument with the freedom thing. Wade, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Your argument. Go.
My opponent defined polygamy as being like marriage specific and saying like, having multiple partners, all that's good. I mean, that's part of polygamy is having multiple partners. So I think he's partially arguing for me, which I appreciate. Multiple partners, whether it's in marriage or not, also means multiple incomes. It means more companionship, more reproduction if you want to have a larger family. Also, sexual variety keeps things fresh, keeps things fun and interesting. Love is being defined between only two people is a definition that we just kind of say and assume because it's what we were kind of taught growing up. But it's a limiting factor that's not necessarily proof true. You can love more people than one. And there are some very successful polygamous relationships. And I think one example of a polygamous relationship being successful and good is all you really need to show that it can be. There's bad examples of two people. There's bad examples of being alone. Sure, there's bad examples of polygamous relationships too. But all you need to show is one for there to, in theory, be an infinite number of them. For those reasons, I'm pretty confident in saying polygamy can be a great thing.
That was compelling. That was a much better showing than your last argument, Wade.
Thanks, man. You know how to build us up.
Are you ready?
I got a harsh angle and I'm gonna go right for it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
I'm so confident I don't even need the full 25 seconds to express the sentiment that I'm about to explain to you. My opponent does not even know what polygamy is. Polygamy very specifically and particularly is having multiple spouses. It exactly and is related to marriage. It is not polyamory or polysexuality. It is marriages. He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I was thinking the same thing because, Wade, we took the time to go and establish the definition. And even if there are different definitions, the one that we used for this argument was more than one wife or husband at the same time.
I also used the sentence that even if it is marriage prior to going in. I disagree with the establishment, but then I said even if it is marriage, and then I made all my points.
So would you say that you correctly equated my argument with your argument, even though you inaccurately described my argument?
I'm saying some of your points about having multiple partners would apply even in the spousal way.
You made points that relate to polyamory. This is polygamy.
You made points that argue in favor of things other than the one thing you were supposed to make points in favor of.
I don't think that's true.
Because your points apply to polygamy and also polyamory does not mean that you argued effectively in favor of specifically polygamy. It's a different thing.
Yes, you made points and they are valid. We are not invalidating those statements, but it's to the accuracy of the specificity of this topic. And Bob made a good point in the beginning, stumbled towards the end, and then reiterated.
And I finished all of mine, and you're like, good points, Wade, much better showing.
Yes.
It was.
I'm not saying it was bad.
I basically went all in on a technicality. I gotta be honest, I'm shocked this is working so well, but I'll take it.
This is an example of Bob, you like playing the rule book. You made good points, but he's playing the rules specifically in trying to get like the ref to wave a flag or whatever it is in the sport world that it happens. Tyler's a better analysis of this.
So because my points were great, but they also apply to another scenario, they're not great?
You're still operating on the basis that your points are great.
You said they were!
I said you argued well.
Yeah, I think you did make good points.
I'm just gonna go smoke whatever you guys are on and join you here soon.
Oh, okay, all right. We got a sore loser over here just because he wagered nothing.
Hey, Wade, this is a show about rules and following them.
All right, Wade is trying to debate something that is completely unrelated because,
oh my goodness,
this is about polygamy. And we here at Distractible are against polygamy.
I feel like I completely got hosed in that. Look, the torture when I got hosed. This last one, the biggest hosing in this show's history.
No, not the biggest hosing in the show's history.
Yeah, I think it might be.
You did specify into the area of polyamory and not specifically polygamy.
At the beginning, and then I said, but even if we're talking about marriage, all of these points are still better than ruling them out.
That doesn't mean you win.
Clearly.
You're right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it goes.
I think this is the biggest hosing in this show's history. Let me know in the subreddit.
Yeah, I think you're too focused on what you said and you're ignoring what Bob said in his first argument.
No, I heard his first argument and I heard his rebuttal. After his first argument and my first argument, it seemed like I was in a commanding lead.
This seems contentious. You're each gonna get 30 more seconds. And this time, because remember, we're talking about the argument of specifically polygamy. You want another opportunity, Wade, because you feel you're robbed, and this is a very fair podcast, and I am a very fair judge. Even though I was convinced that Bob and his argument was superior and more specific, I'm gonna give you a chance because I know you feel like you're robbed.
Let's do it.
And go!
Again, a larger family kind of implies marriage. If you're building a family, in theory, you're getting married. More incomes, you usually don't combine your incomes until you're married, so that also implies marriage specifically. Sexual variety in marriage, because if you're with one person for a long period of time, half of marriages in the US at least usually fail, give or take. Polygamous marriages have a chance at least maybe of keeping things fresher on the sexual side. And then love, if you're in love and you're together, getting married is sometimes a consummation of that love. Marriage is an important aspect of that.
All right, Bob, are you ready?
I don't need to make any further arguments. I think everything I already said stands on its own, but I am going to make a declaration. This is not technically a loser's speech. I made a commitment to make no further loser speeches in the year 2024, and I'm going to keep that commitment. In saying that, I will not be giving any speeches subsequent to this speech, but I will be conceding the episode. I will allow Wade to win because he has been so wronged in the past and possibly during this episode. I'm not going to make an assessment on the quality of that. I concede my arguments, and I give all points to Wade.
I don't like this at all. Hold on, something.
This is the boldest strategy I've ever heard. And because both Bob did not make an argument about polygamy and he made some declaratives, I'm going to respect posthumously all of his statements. Wade, you are for polygamy. You win the episode. All of this is for you. You get every point.
What happened?
You won, Wade.
No. This is not a win. This is like you guys text us like, Wade's really upset. I better give him this. What happened?
You have succeeded. No one on the subreddit could ever come to defend an illegitimate loss because you have succeeded. You have persevered. Everyone on the subreddit, celebrate.
This feels like a pity win. win.
If you zoom out, if you look at it through a wider lens, Wade, this episode, the point was for us to convince Mark that we should be the winner, ultimately, in different ways and about different topics. You convinced both of us that you should be the winner, which means both that you are actually the winner and that you earned this victory.
So something does not smell right or taste right now. This is, I ordered the fish on airplane. I'm about to eat it and I see the pilot getting sick and something feels wrong about taking this bite. I don't think I should do it.
All right, is that your winner speech?
It's a speech.
It's the speech of a winner. Congratulations, Wade. We don't even need to have a loser speech here because all eyes are on the winner with 4 grand big old testicles.
This is the worst feeling of winner I've ever had.
It's a dominating victory with 9 points to 0. Well done, Wade. Thank you so much for listening and or watching. Hopefully you had a safe journey to wherever you were. Thank you, Wade. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, all of you, for participating. And remember, here is the recap of everything that Distractible is for. Torture, against. Living forever, 4. Sex robots, against. Lenses, 4. Onology, 4. Necrophilia, 4. Matriarchy, 4. Polygamy, 4. We are all about freedom here. Podcast out.
I'm uncomfortable.